The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Tuesday, March 5th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Play their fantasy pick'em for a chance to win 100 times the amount of money you enter in NBA, NHL, college basketball, and much, much more. Sign up today using the promo code SGPN to get a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, this is Eric Metcalf. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Tuesday, March 5th. We got to say March 1st, but really today you get the beginning of conference tournament play. And yeah, it's just a loaded slate, and it's been a lot of fun watching all these games. If you're wondering just who the hell you're listening to, that is fair. My name is Colby Dant, Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
You pretend it never happened, get along with your life, and I'm excited to talk about everything. Loaded. This is March. This is what we build for. I am joined by my co-host. Come watch youtube.com/the college experience. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. But right now, give it up for my co-host, former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. We got some action. Conference tourneys underway. It's amazing how hard these guys play when tomorrow's not promised.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. And it's a Monday. Another case of the Mondays. You know what that means. Give it up for the DFS god himself, the rooftop IPA drinking, homebrew making, tobacco road living, the free lot giving, former Herndon Basketball League MVP. Give it up for NC Nick in the place to be.
There we go. What's going on, guys?
I got my dog. My intro gets my dog to howl. Yeah.
I was like, what is that noise?
Shout out to Muddy Waters, and he's doing it while he's laying down. He's not even up. He's laying down on his side, and it's a lazy howl, but he's letting you know that he's better than the pussy pack. All right, because that's a real howl. That is a real howl. And hey, look, tell me if you've heard this story before. NC State's got a big game, chance to steal. Really, not many games on the slate on a Monday. You can steal the show. You can build on it for the future. Your fans are showing up. There's hope. There's everything. Only down 3 at the half to a top 10 Duke team, and then you get your ass totally kicked in the second half, out the gates. I'm not surprised when I bet on NC State that the pussy pack suck. And your thoughts on the game, Mac?
Yeah, we bet the spot. we bet the look ahead to North Carolina. I know a lot of people were confused saying NC State won't overlook Duke. I said, no, it's the other way around. Duke would be overlooking NC State because they got the game of the year on Saturday for them. That could be for the ACC title. But I'm not surprised. They're just like Pitt, man. Whenever it gets a little bit rocky, they just fucking fold. So NC State being NC State, got killed in transition in that second half. Proctor and still making threes.
Yeah, NC Nick, I know you're happy. You can rejoice. All right, Jay Billis didn't have to fight off the Wolfpack faithful.
There was a lot of tweets before the game saying there was going to be a court storming in Raleigh.
And it would have been hilarious if Billis actually has put himself in the spot where he would be the one to actually get harmed. I think he's like the player injuries. I think like you said these crazy things, and I feel like you might be the one that actually get harmed.
He's a target, huh?
Yes. But and I guess you could say, well, I was a former player. Nick, your thoughts on your Blue Devils going into Raleigh and beating the piss out of the Pussy Pack?
Hey, it's a conference road win, so I'll take it. I mean, the first half was ugly. We're down a starter with Foster out. Flip picks up 2 fouls. So we're basically down 2 starters. The bench comes through big time. I thought it was a gutty, gritty win. And in the second half, the 3 started falling, and it was lights out. Yeah,
and Kevin Keats, he's got photos of somebody, right? He's in the Jared Haas. Him and Jared Haas. And Mike Hopkins, they have photos of somebody. They got something. Why? Look, I love it because I love shitting on NC State, but I will give NC State fans this much credit.
They show up.
They show up for football. They show up for basketball, and they haven't won a big game in 30 fucking years. Why is he still coaching NC State? And will they ever? We should come up. Let's pretend like we're the athletic director of NC State. NC Nick, would you keep Kevin Keats for next season?
Oh no, he's got to be gone. And I just talking to a lot of people in Raleigh last year. I was like, man, it is a curse that they snuck into the tournament last year because all that did was extend the inevitable. Keats is not the guy for this job. He needs to go, definitely. And I know there's going to be a lot of coaching hires open this offseason, but I think NC State should definitely be one of them. So there's going to be a lot of competition for the top candidates out there. And NC State's problem in the past is that they haven't been able to land a top-notch coach. So they've always gone with third or fourth option, which Keats was, which Gottfried was, which Sidney Lowe was. So it's going to be a big offseason for NC State, but my opinion, yes, they should make a move.
Mac, what would you do? Would you get rid of Kevin Keats?
Yeah, you know me, I hate calling for coaches' heads, but because I don't see it. I don't see it going more than what it has. I mean, you look at his tenure so far; they're 130-90. That's basically what they are. ACC plays 64-68. His best finish in the ACC, which we always joke about, has been watered down recently after all the coaches have retired, is 6th place ever since his first year. So they've been just a middle of the pack ACC team. I know they got in the tournament. To be honest, Gottfried had more success than he did. I can't believe he's already been there 8 years. Or 7 years.
8 years.
7 or 8. It's crazy. I didn't realize he'd been there. I thought it was only like 5. And I go, God damn, he's been there a minute. 7 years.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
I would fire him right away. I would have fired him last year. And to me, let's play this. Who do they hire, Mac? Mac, you're in charge. Who is the one hire you do right now? Realistically, that they could get.
I think you got to look to Will Wade. He coached at VCU. He coached at LSU. I know Raleigh and Baton Rouge aren't in the exact same geographical area, but it's similar. And VCU's right up the road. I also think, strong ass offer. Let's go. He can bring in some dudes to compete with Carolina and Duke. They won't get as good of players, but he could get some athletes in there that could muck it up a little bit and compete.
They'll probably hire Mike Anderson, but NC Nick, who would you?
That would be such an NC State hire.
Who would you hire?
Oh, I agree with Mac. First off, that would be a great hire. But one team that I've been talking about all year long because I keep on betting on them, they keep on coming through for me, is the South Florida Bulls.
Oh yeah.
Abdur-Rahim is going to be in line for a promotion somewhere, and I think he could do wonders at NC State too.
Yeah, and I would probably, since you took those two, I like the chat saying they should hire Pat Kelsey. And that's an interesting one. He's got a lot of energy behind him. A lot of energy. He's already familiar with the Carolinas down there in Charleston. Let's go.
But didn't they just go the CAA route?
That is true.
Yeah.
But it was in former North Carolina. It was a cheap one. It was a cheap hire there. Shout out to Jimmy FSU, says whatever Dundee picks is a lock pick. Pick the opposite. Hey, fuck you, buddy. How about this? I had 7 out of 8 nights winning. So take your bullshit Florida State ass out of here. All right.
You missed one game.
Yeah. What's going on over there? You fucking gambling with Saudi money too, you piece of shit. All right. Fuck out of here. You disappointment to your fucking dad. Doesn't want to break bread with you ever. You piece of absolute shit. All right.
Here he goes.
Florida State's looking for a new conference. Why doesn't Jimmy find a new podcast?
Yeah. So it's available out there, right? Just hit that X button. See if we give a fuck. All right.
The beauty of the chat, right?
Bring on the hate.
This guy, what do you use? This guy, you tuning in from Kuwait? Huh? You fucking jackass. All right. Hey, we had a money line play. Maybe you didn't listen to this one. Maybe you didn't listen to this one. They're a better school in Florida than your fucking bullshit Seminoles. All right. The Jacksonville Dolphins on the money line. Let's go. Swim, baby. Swim. NC Nick, what'd you do in this game?
I was with you guys. I didn't bet it though. I didn't call for a money line, but I thought Jacksonville's D was going to lock them down, and they did. Yeah,
the defense. Watch out, man. You never know who's coming out of the ASUN. All right.
I mean, they locked them down to 86 points, but
did enough, just enough, baby. As we hit the money line on that, Mac, your thoughts on this one?
Great game, back and forth. Kennesaw, I think, built a 6-7 point lead in the second half, but I thought Jacksonville was probably the better team. We talked about it, man. We thought they underachieved a little bit in the regular season. Mid-season year 3 now, so good win for him. And they got They got EKU next.
Yeah, which they'll probably lose. But you live to fight another day. What does John Witherspoon say on Friday? All right.
Yeah.
Now this one was a horrible pick by us, but we were right. We were right there, man. We did this. Like, I know Florida Gulf Coast has been a nightmare for me to handicap all year. But you look at the roster and I say they're better than Queens. This is why college basketball will always be better than the NBA, though, because Queens has a much shittier roster, but coaching, and execution matter. Queens get it done. Better team today. Pathetic, in my opinion. Florida Gulf Coast, what they I don't know what the final numbers were from the free throw line, but they couldn't hit shit. And really lazy defense down the stretch. The guy leaves the man. One of the biggest possessions of the game. The big man just decides to follow the guard that's already being guarded. And of course, the guard makes a circle underneath the basket and passes to the wide open guy that the big man left for an easy layup at a critical spot. Shout out to Queens, because I ate shit here. They pissed in my face. Your thoughts on this one, Mac? You went with Gulf Coast too, right?
Yeah, and we should have known that they were going to lose because we all gave it out as our long shot future. So that's usually how that works.
Of course.
But we talked about it too. Like, we're like, hey, it wouldn't surprise me if they fucking lost. I mean, they got all these veterans, these seniors on their team, and the announcers, like, they could win the whole tournament with the experience and talent they have. But to be honest, man, Pat Chambers kind of did a shitty job with this team. I watched them at Indiana. I watched them at Pitt. They have guys, and to go 14 and what they finish 18 in the ASUN 500. That's
I know they had injuries. They had a bunch of different starting fives, but who cares? I mean, your team is way more talented than some of the other teams. NC Nick, what'd you do here?
I was with you guys too. I mean, Queens had one road game coming into this game. I know this wasn't, at Florida Gulf Coast Stadium, but it was in Florida. It was a whole lot closer to to Dunk City than it was Queens. So I thought it was a good spot for Gulf Coast, and obviously I was wrong.
And then
because always take the team that's got no postseason implications. They got nothing to fucking lose.
That's true. That is true.
It always works like
They're
that.
Playing loose. All right.
House money, baby.
We also ate shit on Northwestern State. So we did start off 1-3, but don't worry. It turns a little bit. Northwestern State loses to Nichols by 6. The line smelled, but the Colonels said, hey, fuck you. We are going for that 2 seed, and they get it done. Your thoughts on the Colonels winning 68-62 against the Demons of Northwestern State, Mac?
Yeah, the line did stink, and rightfully so. I mean, the game was a 4 or 5 point game the entire way. It wasn't like they battled back and made it a game. Northwestern State, I think, had the lead at half. They led for a good part of the first half, but Nichols wore them down with their athletes. I know he's my friend who's the head coach there, Rick Cabrera, in his first year, but I still think they're way better than they were a month ago.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that, like, they're 9-21's a little misleading because they had a whole new team that went to Austin Peay now with Corey Gibson. So I like the way that they progressed. Disappointing that they couldn't get one of these 2 last home games, but yeah.
NC Nick, what'd you do in this game?
I was on the little yapper as well, and I lost this one also. I mean, Southland basketball, it's a crapshoot. I thought being the home team, Northwestern State could do something.
You know, moving forward, since we got another case of the Mondays, and you're here on the Mondays, you are a Southland expert moving forward.
Lucky
and
me.
the Atkins swag.
Now we did just hit this though. Sela got it done against iDub. We had a double lock with triple lock actually. I believe Noah was with us on this. NC Nick, did you join?
I was on Sela, didn't lock it, didn't bet it, but I was on.
Okay. 71-56. Get this incarnate word bullshit out of here. Mac, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Kiefer's done a good job there. I thought that line reeked. We dove into it, like you said. Disrespectful line, in my opinion. The incarnate word sucks.
Yeah. We also have. I feel like I should celebrate this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say we should celebrate this. Howard is up 19 with 2 minutes left. We have them -4. So let's do this. The Howard Bison double lock. NC Nick, did you bet this?
I didn't bet it, but I was on Howard also.
Let's go. That's all of the lock music I will play for right now until we get some finals. But I will say Norfolk State has a 16-point lead currently on Maryland Eastern Shore. I did take Norfolk State minus the points. South Carolina State up 3 on Coppin State. I know NC Nick put some money on the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
so you got 3 minutes. You might be able to hit this.
We can do this.
What's that?
I said we can do this.
Yeah.
Come on
now. Then you have Corpus Christi's up 12 on New Orleans. I did take Corpus Christi, but no bet. And disappointing is the story here in Baltimore, Maryland, because, well, they're only down 7, but still, it's looking like it's a wrap. They were down 20 earlier. Morgan State, for some reason, has North Carolina Central's number.
They fucking own them.
I don't understand it. And I lose money every single time they play because I'm convinced. I'm like, there's no way, but we're going to definitely, that's about to be a wrap. Then you have Lamar, which I knew we should have fucking bet, up 13 on Commerce. McNeese up 23 on Houston. Houston Christian gonna cover that 29.
They were winning at half.
And we just cashed.
They better at least cover 29.
And we just cashed Northern Colorado 82-74 double lock. NC Nick, what'd you do in this game?
I was on NAU.
It
wasn't a lock battle. Come on.
Going with the guys from Flagstaff there.
Colby has a personal vendetta against him because they wouldn't give him the credential. Back out that night, Colby.
They play at a football stadium. It's not like this is not Cameron Indoor here. They play at a place that packs like 40,000 or something crazy like that. And they're fucking people saying, well, you know, no, they gave me, but I said me and my assistant. And they said, no, I'm not. We can't give you assistance. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want your other ticket then, right? And then I paid. Well, I went there. I didn't go to StubHub or anything. Just showed up at the door, and this was classic. There's just two women. This is like what you would do to go like at a high school game somewhere where they just have a table. They have a table, and they have a little fake cash machine where they're just putting money. They're like, so I was like, how much for a ticket? They're like, well, I was like, what section? And they're like, no, you get in, you go wherever you want. They didn't even have sections, right? And so they tell me 2 tickets, $10, and you get 2 free coffee mugs. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I get 2 Northern Arizona coffee mugs and 2 tickets for $10. I do that. And then I go in and there's about 35,000 empty seats. I would love to know, what is the capacity on their football team? Maybe it's not 40,000 because Flagstaff's not big, but it's huge. I'm going to walk up Sky Dome.
Tommy, I'll tell you who was there because I got eyes on it because this was my play of the day. So I got to get some eyes on these Golden Bears. Tommy Lloyd, because his son was a senior at Northern Arizona.
That's right.
Tommy Lloyd was in attendance. Fresh off what? Share the Pac-12.
Yeah. Okay. It's bigger than Cameron Indoor Stadium. All right. It's like 11,500, but no one goes. There's not 11,500 people in Flagstaff. All right. So no one fucking goes. Actually, there probably is. Their enrollment's probably higher. But my point is that no one was at this game, and their stupid university acted like they're fucking, and they lost, and they should have lost. All right. But they acted like they were some special program. Oh, you can't get your assistant in there. I'm like, who are you kidding? 12 people are at this fucking game. It's okay. It's okay. I'll never ask that again. And I do have a microphone. All right, let's go. All right.
That's right. Just pay for your ticket like a man. All right. Not trying to get
I was trying
free.
to cover the game. I was trying to cover the game.
Support small town college basketball. They need that $10. Okay?
But I was trying to get internet access. I was trying to cover the fucking game. You know what I mean? Go up in the booth, get free cups of hot chocolate.
Ticket. Come on, Matt. Come on now.
I still paid for that. If I was trying to get a free ticket, why would I still pay for it? And I got 2 coffee. You know what? I'm gonna have a cup of coffee tonight on NAU. You pieces of shit. All right. What else do we got? We got Bethune-Cookman down 6 at the half, right on that number.
Come on, Bethune.
Alcorn State's up 3 on Texas Southern at the half.
My blue blood, damn it.
And I do have a wager on Jackson State as they're up 3 at the half. Montana up 4 on Idaho State. Got money on that one. Weber and Montana State. Me and White Tiger got a substantial bet on that one. Eastern Washington and Sac State tied up at the half. And right now the Longhorns of Texas, which I am in a lock battle with Mac. I got 7.5 in Texas, and they're up 11 on Baylor.
That's a kiss of death.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to fucking TCU and UAB in this same scenario the last 2 days? I might have to get in on some Baylor at live at half.
And Southern is up 7 on Florida A&M. We still have Idaho, Portland State to tip. Game balls, I guess. 1 game ball each. NC Nick, I'll let you go with your Blue Devils.
Well, no, we'll keep it in North Carolina, but beating NC State's no big deal. Let's go Queens. Queens knocking off Dunk City.
I like it. I'll stay in the ASUN. Jacksonville. You're a dog. Your whole season's looking like shit. But it's easy to see a tide turn. You go in there and you hold them to, what was it, 84, 86? All right. You shut them down when it mattered, though. And that's all the difference. Who's your final game ball, Mac, or your first game ball?
I actually think it could be Duke. As much as I hate Duke, everybody knows that. But anytime you win a road game, especially at a rival, that's good. But we got to go Morgan State. They beat fucking Lavelle Moton.
I know. That's fair.
Did that go final yet?
Yes.
It is. It's final.
Yes. By 9. Unbelievable. Hey, John Dalton, you're fucking in here again. All right. You ran out of gas multiple days. Get the fuck out of here, dude. All right. Like I no, we can actually block this because this is spam bullshit. All right. I don't normally like to block people just because they disagree with me, but this guy's in here. He was in here 2 days ago asking for gas money. Fuck's going on here, buddy? All right.
First, you got Colby trying to go into the basketball game for free, and then you're gonna try to get free gas money.
You gonna put a parlay in for him like the homeless guy?
Actually, maybe I should. His barometer, his fucking barometer for the gas just does not work. Multiple times, I've never once ran out of gas ever. Me neither. Have you ever ran out of gas, Mac?
No, and I've pushed it like crazy. I should have ran out of gas like 30 or 45. I'm determined. I'm determined to run out of gas. I'm going to see how low this could go. Because I keep seeing this thing go lower and lower. I've been on empty for 40 miles and I'm still going. Yeah.
Hey, John Dalton.
Try to run out.
John Dalton, find me on Twitter at the Colby D. I'll send you a Northern Arizona coffee mug. All right. How about that? I'll send you 2 Northern Arizona coffee mugs. You can flip those at your local store and get some gas money. You can go into a thrift store, maybe get $1.50 for 2. They match. You could have that action. Homeless parlay for his daughter on the rain. Let's do a homeless parlay. We can do that. Tomorrow's action. We'll get into it right now. But before that, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by good old Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 states. And check us out. Well, the best thing about Cut is you can create your own bet. All right. I'll bet that he runs out of gas in the next 2 days and comes in the chat. We can do that too. But P2P social betting is a new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends or other users on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes, plus tons of fun features that give it a feel of it, kind of a betting social network, so to speak. Cut offers lower vig and fully customizable odds. You can create your own bets. Cut handles the payment side of things, so you never have to chase anyone down in the streets. Social features include group chats, betting leaderboards, head-to-head history, user profiles, fan groups, and much, much more. Download Cut today in the App Store. Head over to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. Pick whether your favorite player is going to have are going to go higher or lower on their stat total in this in their next game for a chance to win big. You could win up to 100 times the amount of money you enter in a single night. So what are you doing, folks? Sign up with the promo code SGPN and get your first deposit doubled up to $100 as well as an instant pickup special. Visit UnderdogFantasy.com or find them in the App Store, and don't forget to register with the promo code SGPN and get your first deposit doubled up to $100 as well as an instant pickup special. So what are you doing? Hop on over there, UnderdogFantasy.com. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience. If as I don't know, Noah's mic's all fucked up. I don't know if he wants to touch base on the underdog thing, but don't worry. Hop on over there. We played. What was Kyle Filipowski's stat line?
He didn't score much at all. I think he only had like 7 or so.
I think I'm a fucking genius. All right, as long as Max Asmus scores over 14.5 points.
Oh, I think he's already got that. He's got like 20 right now.
Can you straight cash? That's what you do. Hop on over to Underdog Fantasy, and let's do this.
It was 9 points for Flip.
Colby, you want the hit of the night? New Orleans loses by 13.
Whew. Whew. Laying what was that? 12.5, right? It was 12.5, right?
12.5, and they closed at 13.5 or 14. So this was.
I got it at 14.5.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
I got the privateer with you, Nick. You know, I love the privateers.
Those bastards.
Colby hates them.
I do, because they voted against football. You know. And that was up to the student body. I know they wanted to charge them another $700 a semester. But damn it, you pay for that. All right, this is New Orleans.
People in Louisiana not voting for football.
That's what I'm saying. What the hell's going on? A bunch of LSU fans afraid they're finally gonna have to play New Orleans, in-state opponent. Patty C will bring up always that they're the only Power 5 in that state, so that's their advantage, much like Ohio State. But Cincinnati's showing up, and they're showing up with a nice they have a 2-win season, 3-win season. Yeah. It's easy to see the tide turn for Ohio State. UMass Lowell is at Maine tomorrow in just an awesome game. Lowell's laying 3.5. Lowell's coming off a loss. I will lock the Riverhawks -3.5 in Maine. Let's go. Your thoughts on this one, Mac?
I actually think I'm going to take Maine just because Lowell, correct me if I'm wrong, they're punched it or penciled into that 2 seed. So I don't think they have much to play for. I think the line tells you it kind of reeks. So give me Maine, but I'm not going to fucking bet this.
Nick?
Yeah, I would say it's more than kind of reeks. I mean, it stinks to high heaven here. Yeah. So I'm going to go Lowell, UMass Lowell, but I'm not going to bet them. I think you're a little reckless, Colby, coming out the gate.
You don't think coming off the loss, they want to get their shit together before the tournament?
Maybe, but I don't know, man. I also think they just want to be healthy going in too.
All right, I'll back away on my lock.
When they played earlier, it was a 14-point home win.
I know. Why is this game not like 7.5?
Yeah, that's
maybe they sit starters. You think they're going to sit starters? Really?
I don't think they're going to sit starters. But
NBA shit's going to hit. You tell me the NBA shit's going to hit the American East?
I don't think so.
I definitely. They all will play, but I could see them resting in the second half.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah, I want to bet games. I like betting games.
Or they can drill them. I mean, they're hard getting home.
I'm putting this in the parlay for the guy needing gas money. All right. We all enter one team. I'm putting Lowell in there just because the chance that they might bench their starters second half. All right. We got the Sun Belt. NC Nick's a Sun Belt specialist. All right. Coastal Carolina. His boys down in Conway, South Carolina, are heading. Well, I guess they're heading to Pensacola, Florida. That's where the tournament's being played against ULM. ULM's laying 1.5. I mean, you could talk me into locking up ULM. I think they're better than Coastal Carolina. I think Coastal Carolina wants this season done.
Yeah,
I think that's a side. The question is, do we actually bet it?
I think we should. ULM's played better the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and Coastal has only won one game this year in a game that wasn't in Conway.
Let's go with Warchild.
All right, let's do it.
Point Break. Yeah, the Warhawks.
It was a 4-point game the first time.
When was that?
February 7th. So recently.
That was at ULM too, I believe.
Yeah, goddamn this. Why do I feel like fucking Coastal's gonna win? What does Coastal have to lose? You know, I'm gonna take Coastal. I think the lines tell me to take Coastal. The Dogs went 2-0 tonight outright. This is conference championship, AK shit show.
But the Sun Belt is known for dogs.
I know. That's why I'm taking Coastal.
I'll take ULM.
All right.
This the Sun Belt's different this year. Nick, what are you doing?
I'm going to throw a few bucks on this. It's not going to be a large play, but I'm going to throw a few bucks on ULM.
Let's go. ULM. Warhawks. Brave on the warpath. Holy Cross is getting 4.5 at Army. You know I'm not going to fade. I mean, the disrespect for Dave Paulson and a Holy Cross team that has hit for me on the money line. Now, I've ate shit with them recently, but I made a lot of cash on them mid-season. Army beat them by 6 last time they played. This Army is in West Point. I'm taking the 4.5 in Holy Cross. Sprinkle some of the money line. No bet though. Mac,
I'm going to lock it. Give me Holy Cross. I think the money line. I think they're going to win the game outright. He's been there, done that in this tournament. Veteran coach first year. His team has gotten better, in my opinion, in February. Let's go. Give me Holy Cross. They're going to win this game.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Crusaders. I'm not joining you. NC Nick, what are you doing here? I've already stretched it on the ULM and UMass Lowell.
Right. No, I think I'm on the other side. I'm going to go Army. I mean, Holy Cross has lost their last 4 road games all by double digits. Army swept the series. Like you said, it's in West Point. I think Army can cover 4.5. Let's go.
Duquesne is getting 5 at VCU. VCU -5. This Duquesne Duke bullshit out of here. You went and won at George Mason. You're feeling good about yourself. Come do that at the Siegel Center. All right, it ain't gonna happen. Coming off a loss to Richmond too? No. VCU wins by double digits. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, and honestly, VCU who are they? They were asleep at the wheel against St. Joe's. I like him here in a bounce back on senior night. I think that they've played good ball. I thought they played well against Richmond, but Richmond's fucking really good in that building. You saw the pictures of how packed that place was. Give me VCU. Lock it up. Nice bounce back here for the Rabbits.
Daquan the Great. Shout out to Daquan. He agrees. Lock it up. And I'm sure my guy Terrell Furman Jr. probably agrees as well. But Nick, what are you doing here?
I agree as well. 100%. Another lock here. Triple lock. We'll throw Daquan in. It's a quadruple lock.
Quadruple lock. Let's do it. VCU. I know. Don't worry. I haven't forgot the other song either.
Looks like Team Fox is looking for an alt line there.
I got a lot of bets I like tomorrow. I'll be honest. Too many. Bowling Green's getting 1.5 at Western Michigan. Do you remember how Nick? Did you see how Western Michigan won against Ball State?
Oh, the length of a court bounce pass. That was fantastic.
Oh, there's no way they're winning this game. Bowling Green is gonna. This might be best play of the night. Bowling Green is gonna fuck up Western Michigan tomorrow. There's no way you survive the 94-foot bounce pass with Bowling Green coming off 2 losses. No. BG goes to Kalamazoo. Sorry, Waldos. All right. What are you doing here, Mac?
Did you say they're laying a point or they're getting a point?
Western Michigan's laying 1.5 points.
Yeah, I'm on Bowling Green. Lock it up.
Yeah. Let's go. NC Nick, you're a Maxion guy, and
I'm on Bowling Green, but I mean they're clearly the more talented team. I just think Todd Simon has had a pretty disappointing year one. I think they've underperformed. That team is more talented. They should have won more games this year.
No,
Bowling Green
overachieved. He overachieved in year one.
I disagree. I think
he's in his first year.
Yeah, I know. I said year one, but I just think I watch that team and I see they have players, and there's no reason they should be losing to some of the teams they've lost to.
Do you know
I'm
how
gonna
bad
go
they
Bowling
were a
Green.
year ago?
I'm gonna go Bowling Green, but I'm not gonna lock it up with you guys.
They have stumbled down the stretch, but I think they overachieved early.
Yeah, for sure.
I like
the hell's this guy talking about over here?
Dude, they have better players than most of the MAC schools. And what's the record in MAC play?
I mean, they're still
not great.
He improved their roster, their team from a year ago.
True. Okay, he improved the roster. They're 8-8. Come on, man.
I don't know. But I'll keep these locks going because I'm feeling good about life. Middle Tennessee's getting 5.5 in Murfreesboro. Get the fuck out of here. This is a money line play. The Flamin' Libs can't play on the road in the CUSA. You join a conference, you're out of that ASUN, and you're losing games left and right. Middle Tennessee is a juggernaut at home. They suck on the road. They are going to take down the Flamin' Libs. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, but they lost a rare home game, and they got embarrassed. I'm on the other side, and I think it's telling you Liberty. I'm going to lock Liberty here. Bounce back. They're going to get this one back. I think Middle sucks.
I think Liberty sucks. Liberty
Especially
just
on the road.
Fucking destroyed. Yeah.
They gave a home game away. They're going to get it back on the road.
NC Nick, you want to get in on this battle?
Liberty is 1-8 ATS on the road this year. Both teams off on the road, like you mentioned, Colby. I'm gonna go MTSU, but the one thing holding me back from locking it with you is the fact that Liberty they are coming off that loss. So I'm gonna let you guys battle this out. I'll cheer on MTSU from the sidelines.
MTSU didn't lose. They haven't lost at home since when?
I'm saying Liberty lost.
Liberty got embarrassed at home.
That's my hold up here is that they're going to come out trying to win this game.
MTSU has only lost at home once in 2024, and that was on January 13th to Sam Houston State. Get this flaming lib bullshit out of here. You're not going to come into Murfreesboro with Johnny Red Floyd Stadium right across the street. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. Give me them Blue Raiders. That's a battle. Pick Dundee, riding the Blue Raiders. Moneyline Mac going with the Flaming Libs. The Ohio Bobcats are laying 10.5 at the Blue Bulls. Nothing like a case of Blue Bulls at UB Arena.
My teams.
You sold me. You sold me on this one. Give me the points, Mac. Give me the 10.5.
Now you're seeing the vision. Yeah, I'm gonna take the points with the Blue Bulls. Ohio, Nick talks about it all the time. They're not the same team on the road, and honestly, the Bulls. I mean, they were right there to beat Toledo on Saturday at home. They looked all right on Saturday.
Is that Toledo, or is that because Toledo plays with their food a lot? But
we're gonna talk about Toledo here in a minute.
Yeah. Nick, what are you doing here?
Yeah, give me the points. I think Ohio wins this by like 8 or 10. So I'm getting 10.5. I'm going to side with Buffalo with you guys.
I also want to shout out Mark Labrie. It's his birthday. Shout out to him. Happy birthday, man. Hope the day treats you well. And, you know, I appreciate your friend David cares about you, and then he wants to give you a birthday shout out. So we're going to give you a birthday shout out. We hope you have a fantastic day. And, yeah. Fucking kick ass at life. We appreciate you listening, man. And please let us know who you're betting on tomorrow. We're gonna have to tag us on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. But happy birthday, man, and to many more. What are we at now? Kent State going into Muncie, Indiana. What could go wrong in Muncie with a 94-foot bounce pass? Where the hell is this line? It's at a pick. I think Ball State's gonna beat them. I think Ball State at home can win this thing. And they had Heartbreak Hotel, that bounce pass from death. Give me Ball State to get it done against Kent State. No lock though. What are you doing here?
I'm locking Kent. I think that was as deflating a loss as that they'll come. I also have liked what I've seen from Kent over the last couple games. So give me Kent. I think that they're going to start playing better headed into the conference tournament. Yeah, let's go.
Nick, what are you doing here?
I kind of put Kent State in the same bucket as Bowling Green, where I watched some of their games. I'm like, they got some guys who can play, but then they're 15-14 overall, 8-8 in the conference. I do same thing. I think they're the better team, more talented team than Ball State, so I will take them as well. But I'm not touching this.
Shout out to Stevie J 740. He says, first he gives us $10. Appreciate that. And he goes, I'm running every play Colby got. Fuck you haters. Hey, there we go. All right. You're not in Saudi Arabia. You're here getting it done. Not that I don't love the great people, the Saudis in Saudi Arabia, you know, we're grateful if you're listening to us. You know, every once in a while I do look at the countries that listen to us and I'm always perplexed. Like I did not know that over 200 people downloaded us in Jordan. I did not know that was possible. The power of the internet.
They're probably Tar Heel fans.
The
interweb. Shout out to Stevie J. Appreciate you. This one is a lock. So, you know, South Florida clinched. I know NC Nick's been riding South Florida all year, but you know they clinched, buddy. And then you give Elron Hunter Battlefield Earth. You give him a chance to come into Tampa. They covered for me against the Owls in Boca Raton. 7.5 points in a meaningless game. I will bet. And I think it's worth maybe sprinkling the money line here on the green wave. South Florida's clinched. They're getting that 1 seed. Rest the starters. It's the way that this generation does it. All right. Elron Hubbard seems opportunity. Elron Hunter. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I'm all over this with you. Tulane's lost 6 in a row here, but you look at it, they lost to North Texas 2 games ago by 4, FAU by 6. They're due for one of these, which actually I'm with you. I think they're going to win the game outright because South
money line play. Money line play.
Guys, keep on fading my boys.
Reset.
NC Nick, are you locking
Here's the
up?
problem with your logic, Colby, is that maybe they clinched the 1 seed, but now they're actually on the bubble for an at-large. You know, they need to keep winning in case something happens in the tournament. You damn straight I'm going to go South Florida Bulls, lay the points, and lock battle. Let's go.
You're just doing it out of loyalty.
We got a battle in Tampa. Dundee, Mac riding with the green wave. It's easy to see a tide turn. NC Nick saying, fuck with the horns, you get the bowls. This line's fake, right? Eastern Michigan's getting 19.5 at Akron. What the fuck is this?
Don't do it.
This line should be 12. 19.5. I understand that their analytics, their computer probably broke when trying to make this because they only scored 37 points last game. They're like, how's that even possible? Eastern Michigan at home only scored 37 points. The state of Michigan basketball. Noah, I'm sorry. I know you're down there in Florida, but
Colby, at home, though, when they played Akron at home, they only put up 43 in a 77-43 loss in Ypsilanti.
How does that happen? I don't understand how they're all over the place. This is a team that did beat Todd Simon and Bowling Green, right? They did stick it to Kent State, two of the teams that you said are underachieving. They beat Lake Superior State, which is a game that mattered to me. They only lost by 2 to the red hot North Dakota Fighting Hawks. They beat Detroit, of course. They beat Cleveland State, who I have a future on. Glad I have a future on them. Just saying, this Eastern Michigan team is it's tricky. But the line's telling me I'll lay the points with Akron. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points, but I'm not going to bet it. That's what I was telling you. I will take the points just because it's going to be a sleepy spot. They're not going to be motivated for this game. But, yeah, no bet for me.
NC Nick?
I can't get behind Eastern Michigan on the road right now, so I'm going to go ahead and lay it.
We got a barn burner in the Atlantic Coast Conference down there at the Yum Yum Center, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. Virginia Tech is heading into Louisville. Here come the pain. I'm on Louisville plus 7.5. Get this shit out of here. They could win this. The money line is live. Virginia Tech is ass on the road. Do I need to remind you that they are horrible on the road? They are 1-9. I think Kenny Payne is bringing the pain tomorrow. Give me Louisville plus 7.5. You can talk me into the money line. And you can talk me into a lock, Mac. What are you thinking here?
Dude, I always make the ACC mid-major jokes. Nick, why do they have so many teams that play 3 straight road games or 3 straight home games in a row? They never used to do that.
Yeah,
That's
scheduling this year's been weird. I completely agree. I don't know why they've done this. It's been interesting.
That's like what they do at the mid-major. I don't understand why the ACC is doing that because it's not like they have travel partners with one another where they do it Thursday, right. Saturdays. So Louisville's in the middle of a 3-game homestand to end it. So this is the second to last Kenny Payne era. As I digress back to my point, I think they're going to win this game because Virginia Tech's off the big comeback win. They suck on the road. Let's take the home dog, man. Louisville.
I think that's a good spot for a home dog as well. I mean, you mentioned 1-9 ATS for Virginia Tech. That is tied for last in the country. Liberty just a little bit better at 1-8, but I'm not actually going to bet on Louisville here, though. Are you guys?
Yeah.
Have at it.
Give me the cards. Let's go. Louisville plus 7.5. The Albany Great Danes are heading to Rhode Island to take on Bryant. Albany's getting 7. I'll take the points. Bryant's been all over the place this year. I got no idea what to do. No, don't bet this game. What are you doing here?
I was about to say, it wouldn't surprise me if Bryant's in the championship against Vermont or they get fucking bounced by 30 in the first round. Give me the points. I have no idea where this Bryant team's at.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay the points. Yeah, they had that tough 3-game stretch where they played Vermont and UMass Lowell twice, and they lost all 3. But they bounced back from that. They pounded NJIT, and I like taking these like solid teams after a tough stretch. When the schedule lightens up. So give me the home team here, Brian.
There you go. Ole Miss, Georgia. Both these teams have been so ass over the past 3 weeks. Ole Miss is getting 2 in Athens. Okay, I'll take it. Beard, they're still playing for something. They can still find their way in. So I'll take the 2. No bet. Mac?
Wait, so this game's at Georgia? They did senior night on Saturday, I thought. Interesting. I'll take Ole Miss, I guess. I don't trust. Actually, I'm gonna take Georgia. I'm gonna take Georgia. They back-to-back home game. They lost the first one to A&M. I think they're due for a win, but I'm not betting Georgia because how many times have they had a lead against Alabama, Tennessee, and they just fucking shit down their leg at the end?
NC Nick, what are you doing here in Athens?
I mean, it's a great time of the year where so many games are so meaningful, and then you get one of these major games, kind of like Virginia Tech, Louisville, same thing, where you're just like, who gives a shit? Nobody cares about this game. I guess I'm going to go with the home team because why not? Give me Georgia.
Vermont's laying 8.5 at New Hampshire. System play. I'll lay the points. No bet. Mac.
Give me New Hampshire. Vermont's going to go through the motions tomorrow. They need a system reset going into the tourney.
Nothing to play for. A couple guys banged up. I'm with you, Colby. System play, I'll take it, but I wouldn't advise betting on this either.
I won't bet against them. I can tell you that.
All right, now we get to the heat. Syracuse, red hot Syracuse. People are saying they should be on the bubble.
I saw some shit today.
So I saw a lot of people talking about this. Syracuse, Joe Girard used to play for him. Then some say he's a Benedict Arnold. He jumped down to Clemson, South Carolina. Gets the opportunity to sweep his former team. But Clemson's laying 9.5 points. I get it. They won by what? They won by 9 last time. So maybe that's the logic. But Clemson just lost to Notre Dame. I mean, if that isn't Clemson basketball in March, I don't know what the fuck else is. I think Syracuse can cover this. Now, I do think Clemson probably wins. I will take the Orange Men plus 9.5. Fuck it. Let's go. Give me the 9.5. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
Jim Boeheim's calling Girard tonight and say, don't let them on the bubble. Clemson lock. They're going to blow them out here. Ends the Syracuse bubble talk. Clemson by 20. They're good off losses. That's what they have been good recently. Clemson, let's go.
NC Nick, ACC specialist.
The more things change, like a new head coach at Syracuse, the more they stay the same. Syracuse on the bubble, it's like right where they should be. And I think they can cover this. I think it's going to be a close game. Give me the points.
No lock though, huh?
Nah, I'm staying off of it.
We got a battle. Dundee riding with the Orange Men. Max and Wheat Tigers. Now, if you could ask me, what is the one outcome you would want all season?
I know where you're going.
Saxahoya.
From now, look, this includes the NCAA tournament. You could say, Colby, you could have Purdue losing the first round and Noah's super pissed, or Kansas losing the first round. No. This is the one. This is the one I would choose if you give me power of all of college basketball. Providence, who squeaked by Georgetown in Providence. They lost the other night to Villanova in a game we were on, and I like Providence. Back to the days of Marty Conlon. But God damn it, the rivalry is going to be so good if this happens here. They head to Washington, D.C. and Ed Cooley. I'm rich, motherfucker. All right. Well, damn it. We want to taste some of that money, Ed. I'm locking up Georgetown.
Oh boy.
I'm sprinkling the money line. I've never been a bigger Hoya fan in my life, probably, than tomorrow. I cannot wait for them to fuck Providence, because you lose this to a 9-win Georgetown team, your chances of going to you better win the Big East tournament, because it'll be over. And the rivalry, the hatred for Ed Cooley will be so deep that I'm going to have to mark the calendars in August when they release the schedules of the 2 times they play next year. Just like I do I do that for Duke, Carolina. I do that for Cincinnati, Xavier, the backyard brawl. You mark certain games. This is so perfect. Georgetown should have won the other night. Mac, what are you doing here?
Well, if you look at Georgetown, so we joked about it earlier. They were good on the road. Then they started sucking on the road. And all of a sudden, they're good at home. They were right there to beat Patino and St. John's, the previous home game. Then Xavier, they led for fucking 35 minutes, 36 minutes. And I sent you a photo last night. Ed Cooley and Kim English were spotted together at a recruiting event yesterday in the D.C. area. It's an old dog teaching the young pup new tricks. He's, making him.
He bought him his lunch. You're Kim, I know you're young there. I'll buy you lunch.
Job. You're doing a great job this year. And then he's going to fucking end their season, send Providence to the NIT, Georgetown lock it up. They're going to win the game outright money line. I've seen this shit before.
Let's go. Oh my God. I can't wait. I cannot wait. NC Nick, triple lock?
So if I'm right here, you guys are betting both Georgetown 6.5 and Louisville 6.5. Is that right?
I see a 7.5.
See a 7 out there now?
Actually, no. I see a fucking 8 out there with Georgetown. Yeah.
Well, I'm on Georgetown. I'm not touching it. You guys go ahead and bet your bad teams.
Can you imagine that photo of Cooley and English if fucking Cooley pulls the upset?
This is going to be so. Yeah, it's true. It's so perfect. Let's do this.
Especially be careful for a game that you really want to happen that way.
Oh,
okay.
Sometimes it's right. It's in the air. Like Phil Collins said,
This is like Mike Bray last year against Pitt. That was the second to last game. We're like, oh, he's going to win. Then he's going to go to linebacker, get hammered. You just know these weird ass spots. Let's go.
Toledo's laying 1.5 at Miami, Ohio. I will take Toledo reluctantly, just because I don't believe Miami, Ohio can win 3 games in a row. They are much better at home though. But give me Toledo reluctantly. Mac, what are you doing here?
Toledo fringe lock. They're going to start playing better eventually, and I think the line.
Actually, let's bet this.
Yeah, they're. I mean, they've been playing like shit. This. Miami of Ohio sell high right here.
Let's bet this. No. Rocket fuel right here. This is rocket fuel. NC Nick, triple lock?
No, I'm going to go the home dog here. I'm going to go the little yapper. I mean, like Toledo has not been the same since that big win against Akron. And I think this line stinks. So I'm going to go with the home team.
Unbelievable. This guy's being very conservative with his bets here. Maybe he'll jump on Micah Shrewsbury and Notre Dame getting 15.5 before the Duke Carolina game. I'll take the Irish plus 15.5.
What happened before the first one for the Tar Heels? They lost to Georgia Tech.
Whew,
you can always talk me into fading UNC. I'm with you. Let's go. Give me the points. Notre Dame playing good ball.
Yeah, they can keep this within 9, 10, 11.
Now, I will say Notre Dame's what? They've won 5 of 6, but only one of those was on the road, and that was at Louisville, so I'm not sure if that even counts. So they're playing good at home, but I think they can cover this still.
I kind of think this might be the Carolina 30-point fucking beatdown. I think all they're going to talk about is the look ahead. You guys lost to Georgia Tech the fucking first time. Don't lose what's on site here. Notre Dame's won 5 out of 6, even though they're the worst team in the league. I kind of think Carolina's going to fuck them up, and then it'll set up the big game on Saturday.
I'm on Notre Dame.
Give me the points. Lock it up. Let's go.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna trust the ACC specialists. Give me the Fighting Irish. I'm your leprechaun. Speaking of leprechauns, folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Manscaped. We top of the morning to you. This episode is brought to you by St. Patrick's Day Shamrock Shavers Manscaped. Yes, this year don't just chase rainbows. Make your own pot of gold and groom your little leprechaun with the leaders in below the belt or below the kilt grooming. I'm sorry. Say goodbye to your clover forest with Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 and let your confidence shine bright. All right. Embrace the luck of the Irish and join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Head to manscaped.com. Use that promo code SGPN for 20% off and free shipping. Hang on here. Look at this thing we got here. This is Manscaped. I got shit falling out of here. Manscaped. Look at this. This thing is, they give you 3 different sizes on the shaving in case you want to bring it a little bit closer to the edge. You know what I mean? You want to live a little dangerously. You can do all that shit. And you got this beautiful, look at this, man. This is top notch grooming here. Everyone's I'm telling you, your girlfriend, the stranger at the bar, anyone is going to like this power play that you do. And look, ever since I've manscaped, I can proudly say that I've found my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Meet your new lucky charm for St. Patrick's Day, the Lawnmower 5.0. And look, the trimmer comes with 2 interchangeable next gen skin safe blade heads. One for the old classic trim that, and then a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. And whether you're sculpting your beard or cleaning up your neckline, these things can help you with all the tools. So get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the promo code SGPN manscaped.com. This St. Patrick's Day, make sure your little hairy leprechaun is luckier than ever with Manscaped 5.0. Let's go. The Lawnmower 5.0. All right, we're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NBA postseason with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NBA and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. Oh yes! Shout out to Keith Landry.
Classic line. Classic.
Yes.
Hey, real quick, Colby, I want to shout out or propose to the Big Sky. They've done this back-to-back years. On the final Monday of the regular season, they've played their final game of the regular season on Monday night. I currently have a quad box right now of 4 Big Sky games, and then I have the Big 12 on the other screen. Why can't the Big Sky take over this Monday night late spot going forward?
Yeah, they are stupid. I listened to their conference commissioner like a year ago in football talk about their approach to play all their football games on Saturday, and I go, he's stupid. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. There's 10. Where's that Biden clip? 10 billion bajillion million clip games going on, and it's like they just got cable in the state of Montana or something. It's like they're just learning this that the TV contracts are ruling the sport, and you would think the more eyeballs, the more powerful your program becomes, which means the more likely the Mountain West would I mean, I guess in that capacity. But the commissioners are like the school presidents put the commissioners in charge. I'll never understand it. You want to increase the value in your
Monday
name.
And Fridays, Monday nights and Friday nights. Those late night spots are fucking wide open, guys.
Especially Friday night, where maybe the East Coast and Central they might want to stay up more on a Friday night than during the week.
And you're going to get a drunk ass crowd on Friday night. We talked about it with the MAAC at Marist against Fairfield. That place was fucking lit. Quinnipiac was lit last Friday. Come on, let's go.
It just makes no sense. Makes no sense. Binghamton and UMBC makes a lot of sense. All right. Because you got the golf course taking on the Retrievers. I love this matchup. All right. Binghamton having a money year. They're 14-14. And then UMBC, don't look now. The Retrievers were ass all year long, but they've won 5 of 10. They're on a 2-game win streak. So there's a little bark in those Retrievers. And they're even favored, which tells you everything. UMBC is a 3.5 point favorite. I will stay with UMBC because Binghamton has a few more wins than them, and they just been better all year. So UMBC's hot. I'm going to stay with the hotter team there. Lay the 3.5 with the Retrievers. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going to take Binghamton. I'm going to dive into it here. Give me the golf course. Revenge.
NC Nick.
No, let me go Retrievers here. I like they're coming off 3 straight road games. I like when a team comes home after that stretch. The friendly confines of their own arena. So I think they win this. I think they cover easily.
Big time game going on in Champaign, Illinois. And see, Nick, how do you feel about Champaign?
I don't like it. I hate it.
Yeah, me too.
No thanks.
I was arguing the mimosa is the worst drink. It's the worst drink out there, right?
Oh, if you compare that to a Bloody Mary, like a brunch drink, give me Bloody
Yeah.
Mary all day long and twice on Sunday.
Mimosa, it's a death. It's a death wish.
I don't like all those bubbles, man. It's not, no thanks.
Yeah.
This game's gonna be on fire, by the way.
Illinois is laying 1.5 against Purdue. Now, I kind of like to fade both these coaches in March, so something's got to give here. And I'm going to go with the home crowd here. I think Illinois has more scoring options, a little more athleticism. This is the game they win. They probably lose this in the Big Ten tournament. But give me the Illini -1.5. I might bet this too. I don't know. Mac, what are you doing here?
Purdue's beat them 4 in a row. If Purdue wins, and Illinois talked a lot. Illinois has been talking a lot, a.k.a. Coleman Hawkins. I kind of think this is a Purdue statement game. I'm going to lock the Boilermakers to win the Big Ten outright in Champaign.
Woo! Moneyline Max and Boiler up.
There you go, Noah.
NC Nick, what are you doing?
Well, we
here?
got a lock battle on our hands, friends. You got 6 straight home wins by the Fighting Illini. Purdue's already lost 3 road games in conference. This is the 4th. It was only a 5-point game in West Lafayette. I think the Illini get up for this, obviously. And I think the line opened up with them getting points. So it's already crossed 0. We like to see that. I think it's a great smash spot for the home team.
Well, I don't got brain man cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
We got another battle going on. NC Nick locking up the Illini. Moneyline Max and Boiler up. Current score check in Bethune down 10. Still 6 minutes and change left to cover that number. Alcorn's up 11 on Texas Southern. Jackson State's up 12 on Prairie View. Keep it going, Tigers. Montana's up big on Idaho State, which I'm on as well. But the big disappointment is White Tiger and Muddy locked up Weber State with me. They are down 9 at the 4-minute mark. And another one, Sac State's up 1 on Eastern Washington at the 5-minute mark. And also Texas is up 12 on Baylor at the 14-minute mark. Southern up 3 on Florida A&M, and Portland State up to a 13-point lead against the Vandals. We will did some other games go final. I think maybe Houston Christian did cover against McNeese State. I don't know if I talked about that before, but just FYI, they did. Continuing this game, I have a lock here in Gainesville. Let me just make sure this line hasn't moved since I started the show. Are we still seeing the Gators getting 1.5?
I think this one flipped.
Yeah, this is at -1.5 too. It's almost same exact thing as the Illini game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am locking up the Gators. I think they're going to. They should have beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa. I think they get them here at the Swamp. We saw what they did to Auburn. Give me them Gators. Gator. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna take the Gators. We just saw this matchup. Florida was the better team. I know Bama's off the emotional loss, but I think it's a little bit of a letdown after kind of having the SEC be taken from them on their home court. So give me the Gators in that arena. They're off a tough loss, or they should have won in Columbia. Give me the Gators. Lock it up.
Double lock. NC Nick.
Make it a triple lock all over Florida here.
Man. Vernon Maxwell would be proud. All right.
Florida's still trying to get that double bye also. So it's a big game for them.
It's a huge game for them. Let's go. Triple lock in Gainesville. Where the hell is this song? There we go. Triple lock. Todd Golden. Let's go. Harvard laying 6.5 at fucking Dartmouth.
We should home dog it here, man. Who the fuck is Harvard to be like 6.5? Come on.
Fucking Dartmouth has lost 9 straight games. Harvard won by 18 on February 10th. I just can't do it. I'm still taking Harvard. No lock. Give me Harvard. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna take Dartmouth. I think they might win this game. This is gonna be that weird. Just pull one out of your ass on senior night and an upset in an Ivy League game. Let's go Dartmouth.
NC Nick, I know you're a Tommy Amaker guy.
Yeah, I'm with you, Colby. I mean, Dartmouth is they're that bad. Disappointing year for Harvard, but they can still get it done against this bad of a team here. I'm with you.
And oh boy, do we have Patriot League glory.
We're in the tourney, man.
Loyola, Maryland. Has this line moved at all? My Greyhounds are heading to Annapolis, where they won earlier this year.
This could be your favorite play of the year.
Where the hell is the spread? Do you see the spread right now? Why am I not seeing it?
7.5.
Yeah, I was just curious if it changed, and that is why I am locking up the Greyhounds plus 7.5. Sprinkle the money line. Loyola on the road. They're legit. This Navy bullshit out of here. Loyola's gonna beat them outright. Lock. Mac?
They haven't laid 7.5 since Paul Johnson was putting it on people with the triple option. The fuck is this line?
Yeah,
Loyola, Maryland,
unbelievable.
money line.
Unbelievable. Money line. There's money to be made in Annapolis. NC Nick, you coming aboard?
I thought I was listening to a pod maybe a few days ago where you bet Loyola, Maryland. You said you were going to never bet them again. Did I make that up?
It happens all the time.
At
It's just me drinking. At home. At home, I think I said. Yeah.
I said that about Detroit for 3 straight months.
I'm on Loyola too. You can't. I mean, I know Navy's won 4 straight. They're playing better, but I can't lay that many points. So I'm gonna roll with you guys, and I'll lock it up also. Triple.
Yeah.
The Greyhounds. Let's go. Bob Morris catching 11.5 at IPFW. And I'm going to grab that 11.5. No lock, but I feel decent about this. Mac?
Yeah, they've lost, 6 in a row coming into it. But don't look now. Fort Wayne has won 4 out of 5. But these are the sleepy horizon open spots. I like Bob Morris as a potential money line upset here. Let's go. Lock it up.
It's tempting. I think they can cover this.
Yes.
It's really tempting. Nick, what are you doing here?
Teams play on fire when their season's on the line. It's a new season. They can get up for one fucking game and then they peter out.
I think y'all are crazy. I think Bob Morris sucks. I'm gonna go IPFW.
You locking it, Nick?
No.
IUPUI is getting 16.5 against Cleveland State. They just played on Saturday. Yeah. Take an ooey pooey, to quote Patty C. Give me ooey pooey plus the points. No lock though.
It was a 19-point game. I think it's going to be about a 15-point game. Give me ooey pooey.
NC Nick?
Yeah, give me the points also.
Did they stay up there? They just played, right?
I think so.
Actually, I think Bob Morris and IPFW just
they did it on Saturday too. That's why I like Bob Morris even better. Don't have lines, but tomorrow we do get Jacksonville, Eastern Kentucky.
Rims.
Yeah, we get Jacksonville, Eastern Kentucky tomorrow. We also get Queens and Stetson. Don't have lines on those yet. But we do have a line on this. Texas Tech's laying 2.5 in Stillwater. Stillwater's run deep. Yes, yes, yes. That's me singing as I fucking lock up Oklahoma State to win this game. This is just the game Oklahoma State wins. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, this is an Oklahoma State spot. This is going to be Mike Boyden's final home game. I think he gets the Cowboys up. They've lost 3 in a row. Texas Tech back-to-back road spot coming from Morgantown. Teams have struggled off that big, long road trip. Let's go.
Double lock in Stillwater. NC Nick?
You know, it looked to me like that OU game was Oklahoma State Super Bowl, and to lose the way they did in overtime at the buzzer, I mean, it really just took the wind out of their sails, and they haven't played the same since. I'm actually going to go Texas Tech to go into Stillwater, get the W, and cover this.
Cincinnati is going to Norman, Oklahoma. Sooners are laying 5.5. This line's gone up 1.5. I'll still take the Sooners, but I don't feel that great about 5.5. Give me the Sooners though. They've lost 2 or 3 in a row. 2 in a row, I think. They get it done against Cincy, but I don't. No lock. Mac.
I kind of think Cincy's an upset candidate here because they're off to Houston, emotional, right down to the wire, and then they got Texas on deck for the finale. It's kind of just a game that you cram in there. I'm gonna take a flyer on the Bearcats here.
NC Nick?
I kind of disagree. I'm going to go Oklahoma. I think if anything, hanging there with Houston kind of solidifies their belief in themselves. And I think now with Cincy coming to town, I think they're going to win this one. Obviously, you know what? I'm going to lock it up. I think Boomer Sooner takes care of business.
Woo! NC Nick locking up Oklahoma. Central Michigan is laying 1.5 in DeKalb. What could go wrong in DeKalb? I'm on Central Michigan. I think they get it done. NC Nick, what are you doing here?
Now I'm gonna go Northern Illinois. I mean, they just hung tight with Akron. They beat Toledo recently. They're playing good ball. Give me the home team.
You know why he's doing this? He's a Kalamazoo guy through and through. Mac, what are you doing here in DeKalb?
I'm on Northern Illinois. I think like Nick said, they're playing better. Beat Toledo, hung in with Akron. I think the chips are overrated. Give me Northern Illinois.
Alrighty. Now we got North Alabama taking on Lipscomb. The fuck is this line at? North Alabama was getting 8. It's a little too many points for me. I will take the Lions plus 8. What are you doing here?
Now, just because I've said that Lipscomb is my future, I'm not going to make the same mistake tonight. I think North Alabama is live in this game. And
I do too.
I talk about it all the time with these 1 seeds, man. If they fall down 10, they get tight as fuck. And sometimes the hardest game is that quarterfinal in these mid-majors for these 1-bid leagues. I'm going to lock North Alabama, actually.
I like it.
Both times they played, it was a single-digit game. And what's it called? Lipscomb's on a 4-game win streak coming in. They just beat EKU, the 1 seed, in a comeback. I like a sleepy spot with North Alabama here.
I agree. I mean, I think actually the last time Lipscomb lost a game, it was to North Alabama.
Yeah,
and you're getting 8.5. That sounds like a no-brainer to me. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Triple lock on the Lions. Let's get it. Go. Where the hell are you at? Boom! The Lions plus 8.5. Shop around. North Florida.
Real quick, Nick, just chiming in on conference tourneys. Do you agree with our logic with the 1 seeds? Sometimes the hardest game is the first game after watching ball for all these years.
For sure. Nope. Yeah. I completely agree.
Yeah.
North Florida is catching 3 at Austin P. I'm on the Governors, so I'm probably gonna bet this. But I'm taking the Governors minus 3. I know Yvette's talking. It should be a great game. I agree. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm high on the Govs too. I want to bet the Govs, but last time they just played, it was a double overtime game. I could see the Govs getting out of here with like a 2-point win. I'll lay it with the Govs, but I'm not going to bet it. This is going to be a great game.
NC Nick?
They're hot, man. They're 7-1 in their last 8. For me, this is kind of like the Coastal ULM game where it's not going to be a big play, but come on, we're going to be watching these conference tourney games, so you got to have a little bit of money on the line. So lock up Austin P for me.
All right.
Yeah, I'll join you.
There we go.
I was a governor.
Yeah, former governor yourself.
I like the Govs, man. I like the Govs. Good people in Clarksville.
Triple lock. Let's go.
Wise open.
The Detroit Mercy Hospital heads to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to take on Bart Lundy's bunch. Panthers laying 13.5, and I find it insulting. Give me the hospital plus 13.5. 1-30 could be 2-30. All right. I think it's going to be a tighter game than some think. You get a little drunk, maybe you throw a little money on the plus 700. All right.
It's a new season for the Mercy.
It's a brand new season. Give me the points all day.
New season. You guys think I'm not going to lock Detroit? You're out of your mind. I bet them every game this year. Why would I not take them when their backs against the wall? It's a new season. Let's go.
NC Nick, can I interest you in a triple lock in the ICU?
No, I'm gonna pass on that. But I do agree that I think this one's closer than the 16 or the 23 point Milwaukee win so far this year. So I'm gonna take the points with you. But again, have fun betting on these bad teams.
People talking about that Green Bay and Milwaukee matchup already. Watch out for the Phoenix.
The Air Force Falcons flying high into Laramie, where they're catching 7. Give me Wyoming, but no bet. Mac?
Well, I told you my theory. I kind of like betting Air Force on the road. I don't know if I want to bet this one, but Air Force, for whatever reason, is good on the road. I'll take the Falcons.
NC Nick?
I'm going Wyoming. I like, they've had a brutal stretch of 4 games here. Colorado State, UNLV, Boise, Nevada. Now they come home. The schedule lightens up. I like these spots for the home team. So give me Wyoming.
I got a lock for you here. Jeff Jones' days done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
As the head coach of ODU, and Texas State is 7-3 in their last 10. They are red hot. They were 7 and 14. Now they're 14-17. They're playing great ball. I am locking up the Bobcats -3.5. Jump in on this. Probably the top play of the day. Mac?
I agree with you. I will lock it. I didn't have it as my top just because it's Texas State and ODU in a Sunbelt Fun Belt playoff game. So, those are going to be a shit show, but I do agree. I think ODU's quit, unfortunately.
Nick, what are you doing here?
I completely agree with everything you guys said. I do love the spot for Texas State. I think they roll here.
Triple lock with the Bobcats. Let's go. We got the Sunflower Showdown going on. I hope someone picks up a chair, but this time I hope they perhaps use it. Kansas State is getting 10.5 against Kansas. I'm all over the Jayhawks minus the points. I think they win by 16. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, K-State's going to get blown out. Lock Kansas.
I was thinking the same exact thing, especially you got McCullough back now too.
Yeah. Bad spot. You got Houston. They're going to Houston. They're going to probably lose at Houston. So triple lock with the Jayhawks. Oh man, what could go wrong in this one? We head to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Seminoles are getting 7.5.
Don't make me do this.
I have to take Pitt minus 7.5. I don't know bet. I'm just saying I'm taking Pitt minus 7.5. Nick?
For some reason I think this game's gonna be close. And I wouldn't be surprised if Florida State actually wins it. I'm gonna go Noles.
Well, you know why you're saying that? Because they won in Pitt last year. Remember they beat them at 7 in Pitt last year? I'm going to take Florida State, but I have they feel like they've quit on Leonard. Kind of like BC's quit, by the way. God damn.
The Dayton Flyers are laying 9 at St. Louis. I will take St. Louis, and I might bet this.
Whew.
You love betting St. Louis also.
they got more talented. I mean, not more talented than Dayton, but they can match them athletically.
It was only a 5-point game at Dayton,
and I cashed on that. So kind of like it.
It's a bounce back spot though. Also
true, but Dayton on the road, they don't got Broadway Joe suiting up for them. All right. I'm check the picks page. Might bet that. Mac, what are you doing here?
I agree with you on St. Louis because why would this line not be above 10? So give me the Billikens, but I hate Travis Ford.
That's NC State's next head coach.
Yeah, seriously. I'll actually lay the points.
Oh, he'd be perfect NC State. They'd go 18-14 every fucking year.
Slick Rick Pitino, aka I'm your white knight. All right. Does he bust out the white suit on the road in Chicago as he takes on DePaul? They're laying 19.5. Lay it. Man.
And this line's getting up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it was at 17.5 earlier in the day. Nick?
I'm going to lay it, but it's getting to the point where I don't feel comfortable enough to bet it.
Mac?
I'm going to be on DePaul. I think this is a sleepy spot for St. John's. I think they're going to win by 10. They've come off 3 huge wins. I don't think they're going to win by 30 again. So give me the sleepy spot, Slick Rick by 10.
Do you guys want to get rich tomorrow?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah. That one guy does, though. He needs some gas, motherfucker.
Yeah, because there's some gold in them there hills of Columbia, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
God, not these fuckers again.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
13 points, 12.5. Shop around. I think also we dabble, put a little Bitcoin, a little plus 450 action on the Missouri Tigers. I'm going to sprinkle both. Lock up Mizzou, and I do see a 13 out there, so jump in on it. Mac?
By default, I'm going to take Missouri because I can't believe that they may go 0-18. And if they do, Pitt should be disqualified from the NCAA tournament bubble because they won at Pitt. But, yeah.
Same with Minnesota. They somehow won at Minnesota.
Like, how is that even possible that they're 0-16? I'm baffled that this team is this bad.
It's either this one or at LSU in the finale.
Yeah, like I think that they're not good, but I think they should be at least 4-12, 3-13, not 0-16. Give me Mizzou. Close your eyes special. Lock it up.
Let's do it. Triple lock.
Triple lock on the Tigers. Let's go. Some say the real Tigers. Well, we'll see. Triple lock on Missouri. The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are catching 14 in Winston-Salem. What could go wrong for Steve Forbes and company? I'm on the Jackets plus 14, but Wake wins. Wake wins by 7.
That is a big fucking number. Yeah, I'll take. I'm gonna take Georgia Tech because doesn't Wake have Clemson on Saturday?
I think so.
If you're Wake, though, you can't look ahead. I mean, you can't lose this.
But it's also Steve Forbes in a pressure spot. I almost rather he be playing Duke or Carolina here than Georgia Tech. God.
I'm actually going to go Wake. I just think the line is telling us here because it's higher than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be about 10 or so, 8 to 10 or something. So at 13.5, I think they're going to take a lot of money on Georgia Tech, especially Georgia Tech. We've won 3 out of 4 or so. I'm going to lay it here, but I'm not going to bet this.
The Aztecs of San Diego State head to Vegas to take on UNLV. And if you haven't caught yourself up with the Mountain West race,
Vegas is rolling.
UNLV is a game out. San Diego State's a game out. I believe Nevada's a game out. And you have Boise and Utah State tied for first. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But I think San Diego State statement game. They go to Vegas, they win. I'm laying the 1.5. I think I'm gonna bet this too. Let's go. Give me the Aztecs. Mac?
Yeah, and honestly, we'll do the Mountain West preview here whenever that tournament's coming up. They could win it. But I think this is Aztec spot. Sell high on UNLV here. They won 9 out of 10. San Diego State, they need this game. I'm not going to bet against them. Let's go.
Nick?
March.
I'm definitely on the Aztecs. I'm debating following with you, Colby. Are you guys both locking it up?
Yeah, I'm locking San Diego State.
I mean, who might have turned down a triple lock? Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Aztec Nation. Boom. Final game on the night. Steve Alford, Nevada. Go into Boise, Idaho, playing for a championship. Nevada's Boise's laying 5.5. It's gone up a full point. I'm still taking Boise. Boise, I watched the Boise team lately, and I said this on the other show. I think they could go far in March this year. I think this Boise team, they're super experienced. Well, it depends on who they get, but I think I like this team the most I've ever liked a Boise State team. So I'm going to lay the points with Boise, and I'm going to lock it up. Buckham Broncos. Mac?
Oh, I want to take Alfred so bad. This is such an Alfred spot. They're one game back. Got to have this game. Let's make this Mountain West fun, baby. Give me Nevada. They're going to stay in this. This is going to be a one-possession game.
Now, I know that we're calling it at the number we're calling it at, but just for record's sake, I did bet this at 4.
Ooh. There you go. Give me Nevada, baby. Give me Steve
earlier
Alford.
Today, yes. NC Nick, what are you doing here?
I like this Boise squad a lot too. I'm going to lay it here, but I expect this to be a tight game, so I'm not going to bet it. I think this is going to finish like right around that number here, so I'll refrain.
We got a battle. Dundee with the Broncos. Moneyline Max saying, give me that Wolfpack.
Alfred.
Top play of the night, but hold on. Let me just run off some of these scores here. Bethune does not cover, of course, so I lose money there. Weber did not cover. I lose money there. But Montana hits for us as the Grizz get it done. And currently, Alcorn State just beat Texas Southern by 3. And if Jackson State can make a fucking free throw here, I should be potentially winning. And Eastern Washington still beat Sac State by 3. But Sac State did cover. And Texas is currently down 1 to Baylor with 6 minutes left. Good God, I'm going to vomit.
Texas going to lose by 7.
I know. I got 7.5 though. So hopefully. Florida A&M's down 14 to Southern, and Portland State's up 18 on Idaho. Guys, what's our top play of the night? I think I kind of hit on this. I mean, I don't know. I kind of love a couple games. I like that Texas State play, but I also love a few plays. Texas State jumps out to me. I would also say I like Florida against Bama.
Yeah, that was mine.
Okay, those are 2, and then I do think VCU is going to beat the shit out of Duquesne tomorrow too. Nick, you got a play that you like best?
South Florida Bulls, baby. Let's go.
in a lock battle, folks. Look, before we get out of here, Noah, don't we have some conference tournament action? Is Noah listening?
He's working on it. I see him. Moving
okay.
there.
Yeah, I have 10 minutes. Okay. We will answer the conference tournament stuff tomorrow. Stay tuned. We have obviously more conference tournaments tipping off. We talked about all the other conference tournaments on the previous episode. So, let's reassess tomorrow with obviously Arch Madness and everything coming on soon. So tomorrow we will answer all of those ones, but you already have all the tournaments that are starting on the episode we did last night. Noah Beanix on Twitter at NoahB77_. Give the man a follow. Help, let him know. Let him know that the prostitutes in Vegas are fantastic. All right. NC Nick is on Twitter at NC__NICK. Give him a follow. Moneyline Mac is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. Follow. Also, the college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Folks, I see like 300 people in here right now. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I can't tell you how much that helps us. Subscribe. Go over to iTunes, give us a 5-star review. That always helps too. And yeah, until next time, folks, we will be back tomorrow talking all this action. And check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. Check out the Bottom Line Bombs episode I did with CJ Sullivan talking about tomorrow's games on the money line and a couple other plays that we like. So do all of that. And until next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins, over my head, watching hair as it thins. Over the ledge, it ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win, lose or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a Friday day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found. Until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit. And I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. I start the program and the doorbell ring. I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. American dreams, lessons, and still they work. I guess the sand on the beach still was really dirt. Now I'm going home, flying over Rome at 30,000 feet. Like, damn, is that really Earth? I see the killers work on walls, familiar turf. Got a little school in graph, 101 was first. Got a little school in math, didn't really work. But put the numbers on the block and I make them hurt. Any block is my stomping ground where my people lay low so they can't be found. They don't wanna be, ain't from the crew, but I'm honorary. Liquid, solar sad, psycho harmony. Type of armory that's more than a shield. Type of armory's DeLorean steel. Type of warrior's ill. So true to my sound, but dig deep so it can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down.
It's the revenge of our stealth, the intelligence plane. Obama, a manifestation of karma. The far left, low keys, let it be. Listeners, whispering words of wisdom. Ghost dog, breathe in the shadow of leaves. Same darkness hides criminals, crooks, and thieves. Special forces, black ops. Bad brains, fishbone, black rock. Matter of fact, Chuck Berry and James Brown. But most of the true story can't be found. Unchained melodies inscribed to freestyle. I rock rhyme mosaics more potent with each style. Crack the system more open with each file. Upgrades and free hotels with these miles. Expansion team dilated peoples in town. If there's a better sound in it,
can't be found. My celly's